So, High Guardian Spice is finally out, and do I really wanna talk about this train wreck of a show? Well, no, but am I gonna? Fuck yes. What is High Guardian Spice, and why does the internet seem to hate it so much? Briefly put, it is a cartoon show exclusively produced by Crunchyroll. The whole show has been drowning in controversies from the moment it was announced, and it was supposed to come out in 2019. Yeah, you heard me right, 2019. But now, 2 years later, it quietly drops on Crunchyroll's streaming site, and those who have not forgotten made sure that everybody knows what a shit show this was and is. Though today we are not here to talk and judge this show based on the countless controversies and drama from Crunchyroll allegedly misusing the promised money for licensing more shows and paying Japanese animators, to blatant agenda pushing, obvious virtue signaling, how this not anime is on an anime only streaming platform, and quite the spicy, in a bad way, Twitter takes from some of the creators. Today I'm going to review this show solely based on how it stands on its own as a show. Forget all the mess and drama around it. While working on this review video, a lot more drama and things have come up regarding the show. It seems that it just can't escape the shitstorm no matter what. I did not wanna bring all these things up since, like you see, just more and more keeps coming up. And I wanted to just review the show itself. Also, I was basically almost done with the review and the vid, so I would have had to scrap and start from the beginning if I had wanted to add, everything. This here is more like show to those who are watching that, yes, I know about the drama, I know. Anyway, that's all. Back to the review. I will briefly talk about stuff like animation quality, characters, character design, story, premises, voice acting. The stuff you would usually look out for when reviewing or talking about a show. I don't claim to be an expert on any of these subjects, but I have watched a lot of animated stuff and I do have eyes and ears, so I think I can give a somewhat fair judgment. So, question after all of this is the show as bad as people make it out to be? Well, yes, almost. Before you chuck this into you don't think this show is good because you are a sexist homophobe and can't handle a show with girl power and gay characters. Ugh. Well, I must stop you right there. Even though my avatar is a cute, androgynous demon gremlin, I myself am a woman. A queer woman, in fact. And I can say in confidence that 98% of the people giving this show a bad review is not because of the gay characters or girl power. It's because this show is bad. How bad is it? Well, let's push aside all this trash, drama and finger pointing and get into the meat of things. First, the animation and all over look of the show. Well, they said that the show was supposed to have some anime influence on their looks and overall, aesthetic. And in a way, I can see that, but then again, I do feel like this looks more like a Western cartoon you would see on Netflix or Hulu in the kids section. In an anime-only website, it does stick out like a sore thumb. Also, the animation, I am not sure of the budget they had, but I feel like the quality of the animation is not consistent at all. Whether it is the characters' backgrounds or characters on the backgrounds. Like in some scenes where they sit in the class and other students in the background, they sit all on the same pose, all stiff, like they are basically just the same character, just copy-pasted with different colors and hair. It feels really artificial and soulless even. Also, there are a lot of animation mistakes or mistakes in general. And the perspective time to time is weird. Background and the continuity between scenes also seemed really off sometimes. They even seem to use assets that totally look out of the place and clash with the rest of the animation style and overall aesthetic. Were these honest mistakes? them trying to cut corners because of the budget, or were they just not skilled enough to pull off this kind of thing? I don't know, but watching this show, those type of mistakes do poke you in the eye in a painful way. Low quality and standards aside, the characters really don't make this show much better. I admit, if I just saw some of the character concept sheets without much context, I would think, that looks good, that's nice, cute, whatever. But that's about it. The supposed main characters are all appearance-wise quite dull. Like, okay, maybe the short blonde-haired girl. I mean, her design is simple, but simple, it works. Cute, I don't mind. But the example, the blue-haired witch, like her design is really boring and simple. They could have made her look so much more interesting if they had added just some little things to her. You can keep her black dress, but add some details, like patterns, accessories, anything. Anything, something cute, whatever. Okay, yeah, technically I know why she and the others are so plain. It's easier to animate her when she has just black dress and a hat, How the characters are named is also quite dull. I know the show is called High Guardian Spies, but how on the nose it is to name your characters Rosemary, Thyme, Sage. Sounds like a 12-year-old coming up cool, edgy names for the first ever OC. I'm sure there would have been other clever ways to come up interesting names for them that would somehow still relate to spices. There's so much I could bitch about these characters. Most of them are unlikable, their motives are shallow or seem shallow, and when they try to build some character arcs, it just seems to fall flat on its face. Stupid character cliches that don't work, like ugh. Like the people who wrote these characters have only a shallow understanding how people in real life interact. It doesn't really help the characters when the dialogue is also clunky. Dialogue is also accompanied by bad voice acting. No, the voice acting is not bad all the time, but there sometimes are gems of so bad that it just hurts. Characters sound like they could care less, or this was their first take after not memorizing their lines. Though I believe that this mostly is fault of the sound director or the voice acting director, whose job is to guide these voice actors to do a better job, but yeah, then again, seems no one here cares. Oh my god, the video is already so long and I haven't even had the chance to talk about their on-the-nose attempt to bring out social issues. Like, many other shows have done it so much better, but here it falls flat on its face, like with many other categories that I talked about. If all the drama was included in this rating, it would be a 0, obviously, but you guys know I'm being extra nice to the show because I really wanted to give it a chance to see if it's any good outside all the drama. But yeah, like I said, it's not really that good. And my points do stand, but I might change the rating later if anything new happens. Then, about the story. Maybe I should have talked about this first. Well, whatever. This review is a wreck, just like this show. The plot is basic. It has been done before. This type of premise can be done well, and it has been done well many times before. But here it feels like it doesn't take advantage of the potential this kind of setting could give. It relies too much on cliches and often seems to take shortcuts. The typical, oh, friendship forever, love defeats evil, let's pet dogs, cats, rainbows, wow, that type of shit. There are some who have said, oh, it gets better after episode so and so. Oh, it gets dark and the plot starts rolling after blah blah blah. But it still feels like they're wasting their possible chances to make something unique and play with the plot and, like said, not rely with the cliches or the basic shit. I don't know. It was really hard for me to watch this show. Most episodes I just skimmed through because it was just so jarring. Maybe I'm getting old, or I've just seen so many of these type of shows that do this premise so much better that I couldn't really bother. I'm sure someone much, much younger than me, who hasn't had much interaction with the genre, can look at this with much purer eyes and maybe even enjoy it. But I feel like, generally speaking, this show is below average. Does it deserve 1-star review from people who have even seen the show? Well, not really. After seeing it myself and ignoring all the drama around it, I would say this show is about 2 out of 5. It is a show. Did not enjoy it, and I can see why many wouldn't. It has animation, yeah, ideas, characters, but it seems to fall short in every possible category, which is, a big disappointment. It's not even so bad that it's good. It's just I can't bother with this type of bad. So, that is my short, quick overlook review, kinda, on High Guardian Spies. I tried not to be too biased and give fair points to show people that the bad reviews are not just mindless hate, but there actually is actual criticism here. I'm sure if I was just given a mic and, somebody said talk about High Guardian Spies and I had no time limit, I probably would be babbling about this for next 2 hours, but nobody wants to hear that and nobody wants to be there for that, so I'll end this here. Thanks for sticking with me again, watching and listening. I'll see you again, bitches.